When we talk about the field of mental health and counseling, we have to bust some myths. People have a lot of misconceptions about the field in general. So let's address those. One of the myths that people think is that when you mention anything like related to psychology or counseling, they say, oh, that is for like people of a certain ethnic background. That's like for people who are from Eastern Europe. It's for white folks, and it's not really for anybody else. And I have to be honest, this is a myth which I absolutely believed before I entered my program, and I found it to be completely false. Maybe this was true 50 years ago or 100 years ago. And it's true that a lot of techniques and a lot of the psychologists and people in the field of counseling, they originated from that background. But what they saw over the last 50 years or so is that people are different. You can't treat people the same. People have different circumstances, different ethnic backgrounds, and so there's been a huge push towards cultural diversity. Some of the most stimulating conversations I've had have been on cultural diversity in my graduate program. So we've been in class and we've discussed things like white privilege, things like police brutality, talked about, obviously Islam, Muslims, immigration, and all of these things, and we discuss it because there is a push towards diversity. It is not just about one group of people. In many of the books you'll actually read, they have generalizations about different cultures. For example, many times in Muslim cultures, we're more family-oriented. Education is important to us. Of course, not for every single Muslim, but they just generalize, and there's no better way to know people than to get to know them, which was also stressed. So we need to remove this myth from our mind that this is only for a certain group of people. Indeed, it is a human condition, and these are human problems that all of us have to deal with.